Hello, welcome to another Trials of the Michi Bushido video. I don't have time really this week for a battle report. I'm actually converting my outhouse with my father, so I'm not going to get much content out in terms of battle reports and things. That will be coming the week after. So I did just want to do a quick video this week to keep you guys appeased. And also yesterday on the Bushido forum blog, the GCT blog, they actually put out the starter set for Jung Pirates with the stat cards. So I just wanted to go through and discuss them because I'm super excited about these guys. As you'll have seen, I've started building my Jung Pirate board, and I think beyond the Kage ninjas that I have, that the pirates will be my main or my next faction that I'll be looking to explore. Hopefully they'll be different enough from the ninjas to keep me occupied. I have also, you'll have seen pictures as well on Twitter or Facebook, built all my prefector that I have. So I do actually have two prefector and the ninja factions. I need to finish off my prefector for the battle report. So we just want to keep mixing stuff up. Lee, who you've seen in the last two battle reports, will be getting Tengu, I believe. So we'll have a big mix of factions for you. Also, for those of you that don't know, I was heavily involved in Guild Ball, and we've just decided, Jay and I, who I do my Guild Ball YouTube channel with, to kind of put a stop and an end to that, just to move on to other things. Jay has a new job at Steamforge, so has a bit of a conflict of interests, and I am firmly focused on Bushido and other systems. I'm going to be getting into Eden, the game, so I'm going to be bringing some content for that. So I'm not really sure where you'll be seeing this video, but I will be posting it out. I've not decided yet whether to have my own channel or whether to host it on other people's more established channels. It's all kind of just up in the air. I'll just wait and see how I feel. Have a chat with a few people. I've had a few offers, so I will keep you all informed. So follow me at CDHey on Twitter, and look me up on Facebook. Join the Bushido Facebook group. But I will be continuing to do content, just probably in a different place, so you'll have to maybe search and subscribe to that instead. So quickly, Jung Pirates. I'll post the starter set up for you now. So I'll be looking at it here. So my initial thoughts is it's pink. The aesthetics are very unusual and very different to all the other factions, which is great. Variety is the spice of life after all. But you can see in the picture, very pink. Quite girly. There are two females in there, but a lot different to how I'd imagined the Jung Pirates. Not necessarily a bad thing, just different. I think if I paint them up in my paint style, which is very dark and dingy and lazy, they'll probably look a bit more menacing than this. So as you can see on the left, there's a bloke with a wicker hat and what looks like a net. So presumably he's got some abilities to either immobilize people or slow people down or blind people, something like that. And then behind we have what looks like the most sort of leader style person in the group of five. So we've got a lady, looks like a gypsy with a samurai sword. In front of her we've got a little pygmy, which is amazing. So here looks like he has a blowpipe. So that's going to be cool in terms of painting, tattoos and things. I do like the variety of the models. Back right, there's another lady who again looks a bit like a gypsy. Those two back ladies look similar, so there might be some connection there. And she's got the sort of Japanese style ninja knives. And then at the front we have a nice big muscly man with tattoos. It looks like might be on the artwork. He's got an octopus tattoo and a big massive hook. So that's the aesthetics of them and the models. I've also seen some artwork for a big. It was on. I'm not sure where I saw it actually. Was it the Beast of War's blog or something around Christmas time of a sumo, a Buto? So have a look for that. And I think he was part of the Silver Moon Syndicate and has moved to be a pirate. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing that. There's also in the Rise of the Kage board game, I think that there are some additional profiles and models for the Jung Pirates, which presumably will come out as well. So there is a variety of things to look at. So I'll just go through the stat card. So it looks like the woman at the back left, who's the sort of the most leadery like on here, is called Mary Jung. So she costs 10 rice, so she is relatively expensive. And she's a samurai, which is cool. So she's got, as you'd imagine, a decent melee stat of 3. 3 ranged, 4 move, and 2/8 ki, so that's fairly standard. Armour 1, armour piercing range, so she's got obviously a decent ranged ability. Bravery, reroll, fear tests. Command 2 kazokus, so she can command and do a simple action to make 2 kazokus move at the same time, so you can get sort of multiple attacks and things. That looks like it'd be quite useful. Jump up, so she doesn't have to waste an activation standing up. She's got leadership 8, so anybody within 8 can use her ki stat when taking ki tests. Martial prowess, which means she can reroll any dice during a melee. And reload 2, so it's going to take her 2 simple actions to reload her weapon. So looks like it's a 1 or 2 time game thing, really only. She's got feats, which we'll discuss in a minute, but then she's got push defense as a 0 action for her melee weapon, which is +1, and then +2 on her ranged weapon with a range of 369. So not a huge distance, but long enough. And 2 positive modifiers to ranged and to melee, which is unusual. I like the look of that. So she looks like she's a bit of a damage dealer. So then 3 feats, Dishonour, Dakote and Rally. So we've seen Dakote, I think, with other models. There's some Prefector models that have it. This model gains Feint 1 until the current action is resolved. That takes 2 ki. And then Dishonour, which is a simple action, so it'll actually take her... She can't do it in melee, but it will cost her an activation. 2 ki, and then target somebody within 8. You performed an opposed ki test with the target model. If successful, the target model cannot declare the use of ki feats. So then maybe that's quite useful if somebody else is about to attack them, or they have a particularly nasty a ki feat that you want to stop. And then you've got Rally, which is 3 ki, and it has an 8-inch pulse. Remove the fighting state from all friendly models, so she can help out all your friendly models that are frightened. Particularly useful, I'd imagine, against the Cult of Yuri. And then she has a unique effect, friendly Kakozu. I think that's a typo. One of them's wrong because it says Kazoku in the traits and Kakozu in the unique effects, but anyway. Friendly Kakozu models within 3 gain self-sacrifice, 3 Mary Jung. So I think that means, without looking at the rulebook, that any friendly Kazoku, if they're within 3 of this model, if this model takes damage, they die, and she doesn't take the damage. So that looks quite useful. It'd be quite hard to take down. Next along the line, which is the other lady at the back, is Ran Fujiwara. So she's actually better in melee. 4 melee, no range though. 4-inch move, 2/6 ki stat. She's got jump up, so again, prone isn't too much of an issue. She's light-footed, so she can move over rough ground, and parry 1, so she adds 1 to her defense when she's rolling. She has sidestep defense as a 0 and -1 to her melee weapon, so your damage rolls are going to be reduced slightly. But she does have precision strike for a 2 ki, which gives her armor piercing, and then she has a 3 ki instant ki feat, which gives her combo attack 0 as a 0 action, and lightning reflexes, so it means that she will always hit first. So that's quite a good one to use when being attacked, because normally you would attack second, but if you activate this, she gets lightning reflexes, which means she'll hit first in most instances, but also combo attack 0, so she can do multiple damage rolls if the success level of her melee is 2 or more. So that's quite useful. So she's 8 rice, so still relatively expensive, but they're quite nice as a base. Then we have some of the cheaper models. So we've got Taru, who is the fellow with the net. He's got 3 melee, 2 ranged, 4-inch walk, and 2/6 ki. So he's got ammo 1, so it looks like he can only throw, if it's his net, he can only do it once. Bravery, so you can reroll fear test. Jump up again, so none of these so far can be made, well, prone isn't an issue, so that's quite cool. Lightweight, so he can move and fire without modifiers, and range defense 1, so he's slightly harder to hit from range. He has immobilise attack 1 and sidestep defense 0 as his melee special attacks and defences. He's got no modifier to his melee weapon, and he has a special ranged, which again looks like it'll be the net because it's only got a 3-inch range. Unique effects on the back. This model's successful ranged attacks cause no damage, but the target becomes held, so that's quite cool. And this model only removes ammo when it makes a successful ranged attack, so you can keep throwing the net as many times as you want until it's successful, which is quite good, so it's not a one-trick pony, a one-time offer only thing. If this model has no ammo, then it loses the special attack, immobilise attack. So it does look like that net comes into effect in his melee as well, which is cool. He's only 6 vice, so he's a bit cheaper, and he has 2 key feats. Grapple. This model gains immobilise attack 0 until the end of the current activation. This model cannot use this key feat if it has no ammo tokens. So if he's the active model, instead of having immobilise attack 1, which is built in already, he can make it immobilise 0 for 2 key. Seems alright. And then Tornado, he can't do it in melee, but it's an instant key feat with a 2-inch pulse, and it costs 2 key. When a friendly model within 2 is the target of a failed ranged attack, immediately make a ranged attack. The range band, strength bonus, and any ranged traits this model which failed the ranged attack are used. This key feat can only be used once per turn, so he basically uses the opponent's ranged attack against them if they fail by hitting someone within 2. That's pretty cool. He probably uses his net to catch their arrow and throw it back. So he's alright. And then everybody's favourite Pygmy is the next one, called Temo. 2 melee stat, 3 ranged stat, 4. So he can walk as fast as everyone else, which is surprising with his little legs. 2 6 key feet, and he's a Pygmy Kazoku. So again, this guy's a Kazoku. See who the other guy was. So when we looked at Mary Jung's abilities with Kazokus, oh yeah, the guy with the net is as well that I just discussed. So they're both Kazokus, so they can self-sacrifice for Mary Jung. He has ammo 3 on his blowpipe. So this, looking down at his, he doesn't have a melee weapon, but he's got 2 ranged weapons, which is the first time I've ever seen that, I think. Ammo 3 with his blowpipe, dodge 1, so he gets to reroll one of the opponent's attack dice when he's defending. Light-footed and lightweight, so he can ignore rough ground and move and fire with no modifiers. Reload 1, so it takes 1 simple action to reload his weapon, put his dart back in his blowpipe. Scout, which gives you +1 when you're rolling to see who sets up. I think that's what that is. Small, so he's harder to hit from range. He has 2 special key feats. One's called Dash. This model gains auto disengage and elusive until the current activation ends, and may also walk 2 inches at the end. So he gets a little dodge, a little walk at the end, which is cool. Makes him a bit faster. That's 2 key feet, and he also has Lurker, which he can't do in combat. This model gains camouflage 2 until the end, so get 2 key feet to make him harder to hit. A bit like my ninjas, so that's cool. And his unique effect: successful ranged attacks by this model when using the blowpipe cause no damage, and choose whether the target either becomes blind, berserk, or frightened until the end phase, and he costs 6. So they're all interesting. The last one is called Show, which is the guy with the hook. 3, I'll call him Hook, I think, from now on. He's got 3 melee, 0 ranged attack, 4 move, 1 6 key, dodge 1, light-footed, jump up. He has Sweep as a key feat, which costs 1. This model gains sweep attack until the current action is resolved, so he can put people on the deck. And he has -1 to his melee and drag defense as a 0 action, so he can move people around when he's defending, which is cool. Maybe move people off icons, idols, whatever, strategy things, or pulling people into range of other stuff. And he only costs 5 rice, so he's cheap. So overall, though, they have a mix of ranged ability and melee, a mix of different rice costs, so they're not all really expensive like my ninjas. So I think there's quite a cool action. There's not really anything yet where I can see, apart from the Kazoku's self-sacrifice, where they can all buff each other and stuff. They do all have jump up, which is 8 apart from the pygmy, so it'll be really difficult to keep these guys locked down by making them prone. One of my current favourite things to do is for Katsumi or Bikao to, I think they've got that 3-inch weapon that will make people prone. Also playing against Lee with his sumos that will constantly be putting me on the deck by doing throw attacks and stuff. These guys will just be able to stand up again, so that's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the other models bring, but I'm excited. There's not... Mary Jung obviously looks pretty mental in combat and ranged, and the other guys look quite solid, so there's nothing really that jumps out crazily good here, but there is also nothing that's bad. I do really like them all, even the cheaper fellas, the 5 show guy. And he's a Kazoku as well. So again with Mary Jung, she has got all of those self-sacrifice things. So I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more of these. As I said, this is just a very quick one to show you my initial thoughts, but I am excited. These guys look cool, and the stats are quite solid. So I'm looking forward to getting them on the table. They are due for release, it says, around August time, so when Gen Con on Wave 30, so there will be these guys on some other models around Gen Con. Hopefully I'll be able to do a few more videos in this series on the Jung Pirates, maybe look a bit more at my board, and then as soon as I've managed to get my grubby hands on them, they'll be painted and there'll be some battle reports coming up showing you them, so hopefully you guys will get to see them. I know when new factions come in, people are very keen on seeing them in action, especially if they're going to tournaments and things and won't have actually seen them before. So I will keep you posted, and I'll keep these videos coming out. So until next time guys, comment, share, like and subscribe, and follow me wherever this subscribe wherever this video is going to be seen, and I'll bring you some more content as soon as possible. So cheers for now guys, see you later.